Gunter Poli, one of the founders of circular economy, has arrived. It's an honor also to have some commentary about also regenerative business and to have a bit of dialogue.
As we have gone on, Club of Rome and many other institutes, I have come to the conclusion about 15 years ago, and I would like to summarize it with two words: analysis, paralysis. We're paralyzed because we got so much to analyze and so much to do, we don't get any more to the action. Business cannot permit itself to only do the analysis. And therefore, what I think is very important is what are the new frameworks that allow us to progress to action. The regenerative has to be our central word. When I wrote my report to the Club of Rome in 2009, I proposed that 100 technologies would really turn the planet around. Today, I'm at 204 technologies. The world is creative, innovative, and always finding new things. But some of these innovations, they need 20 years to come to fruition. That means I need in the finance world what I call legacy investors. I give you a concrete example. In 1993, we analyzed the paper market and realized that with the growth of paper demand in China, particularly for packaging, we were going to put enormous stress on water resources in China. So in 1994, we launched a challenge. Would it be possible to make paper without water? It took us 1 year to get the prototype of paper in place, but it took us 17 years to make the machines that were able to crunch out 240,000 tons per plant. Now, how many investors do we have today that for a game-changing product and process, whereby we're able to use waste from the mines, the dust that is causing asthma, hang in for 18 years? So what I'm saying, John, if we really want to go for a regenerative economy, we're in need of a very unique new investor class, and they're family offices. We need to sit down with family offices. And I think the concept of the legacy investor is one very important one. And the second one is the absolute necessity to go beyond discounted cash flow analysis. And I go back to Jay Forrester's modeling. The systems modeling developed at MIT, downloadable free of charge on the internet today. And that modeling is what allows me to see a few parameters. One, my impact on my whole environment. If I'm in paper making, how can I improve mining, health, water? I need to see the chain. I need to know what is the domino effect that I didn't know I was having, so that you don't have the unintended consequences. But the second, more important, is when you operate a systemic model, you will have feedback loops and multiplier effects. Because if you have multiplier effects, you can have regenerative impact on your environment and on your cash flow in your business that goes beyond what you expected. The multiplier effect is what actually changes the business model. It works very good in a local territory. It doesn't work very well when you look at the global model. So this means that this modeling allows you to really see the impact in your local territory. And if you link this with the legacy investment, you have a very powerful tool to design growth and development sustainably with innovations in your economy.
His point about the feedback loops and the impacts that regenerative potential can unleash. There's a fascinating project I'm involved in that begins with a tilapia hatchery. And tilapia is a fish that has been largely screwed up through bad practice. But the cool thing is it's a grass-eating fish. So if we could displace chicken, hog, and meat consumption with a protein that actually eats grass, you create this feedback loop for creating demand for farmers to grow grass. And revitalizing the grasslands on this planet is one of the many top priorities. You know, the grasslands as a natural carbon sink is critically important. The thing about your legacy investor, Gunter, is that those investors are forging a vital relationship with the enterprise that they are investing in. They're not speculating in securities. They're not trading in securities. They're not investing in some index that's going to perform the way some other index performs. They're actually in a relationship with enterprise. And those reciprocal relationships are a fundamental quality of all healthy living systems. So I would argue that not just family offices, but pension funds, and in particular sovereign wealth funds, need to behave in such a way that they engage with enterprise in a healthy long-term relationship.